blessing. If anyone would like to lead the second blessing, otherwise I can lead it, but either way. So we just went on Facebook as well, and if any, so I don't know who else doesn't have internet as well, but and a couple people said 8 o'clock, so I know there are people who've lit earlier too. So we, I'm going to share my screen.
And I have to admit that I already lit the candle, so I'm just watching.
No, that's okay.
We already lit ours earlier too, but we figured we would light it.
Yeah, it's, you know, for the last night, this is the last hurrah, so you can light it more than once if you want, but either way. So I have shared some of this other nights too. So as it's getting darker, as we now have more snow on the ground and it's getting colder, Hanukkah does fall at the darkest time of the year. So this year we continue protecting ourselves and one another from the COVID-19 pandemic and responding to the many stories of hatred and despair, both at home and abroad. And there actually was vandalism on a synagogue in Davenport, Iowa, one of the first couple nights of Hanukkah this year. We are reminded of the immense work that remains to create a world where we can all live in peace. And this year, as we light the Hanukkah candles for the last night, the 8th night, let us transform the darkness from this past year into light. So we dedicate these nights of Hanukkah and the lights tonight to knowing one's identity and standing strong against external forces. As we light these candles, we dedicate these lights to every person in our community who needs support to be steadfast and to stay grounded in an inner space of calm and courage. Our tradition teaches that each good act gives force another, one spark makes more, mitzvah goreret mitzvah, and one act leads to another. So tonight we get to light all the candles. Okay, so Holly and Brendan, if you'll lead the first prayer.
Wait, let me do it.
Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu l'hadlik ner shel Hanukkah.
I missed one. And for the next blessing, I've added, I didn't type it in the Hebrew, but in the transliteration, when we talk about our ancestors, we can be talking about both our Avotenu, the patriarchs, and the Imotenu, the matriarchs. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asa nisim lavotenu. V'imotenu bayamim Wow, one of mine's really taking off. So interesting. You take the candles out of the box and they behave differently and you don't know why. So the question for tonight is to think about, when have you been a match igniting someone else's spark? So I think it's a good thing to think about as we come to concluding the holiday, and also in terms of the work of social justice and social action and the work that so many of you have been involved in advocacy, in Chow, in the Trinity Canteen, and so many other pieces of work in this realm over the last few years. So that was sort of the focus, but I thought this was a good question for us for the last night to consider. When have you been a match igniting someone else's spark? Something to think about and reflect upon, and can share with one another a little later about that. So the traditional text that is inserted in some of the prayers during this period is the Al Hanisim prayer. And so it's fairly short, but some of you may already know it, but please sing it along, or you can hum along Al hanisim ve'al hapurkan ve'al hagvurot ve'al hachuot ve'al hamilchamot she'asita lavotenu bayamim hahem b'zman hazeh. Al hanisim ve'al hapurkan ve'al hagvurot ve'al hachuot ve'al hamilchamot she'asita lavotenu bayamim in honor of the miracles and deliverance, heroic deeds, and salvation wrought, and wars you fought for our ancestors in former days and in present time. So we remember that miracles and the actions don't happen just by our might and our grit, but it is also with God's help. So one of my friends last night, somebody I've known like since I was a kid at camp, said, do Israeli dreidels really not have a shin on them, have a pay on them? So I took a picture of a bunch of my Israeli dreidels to see that it's Niskado Hayapo instead of Niskado Hayasham. And so these are some of the Israeli dreidels that I have. The glass one, when you spin it, the blue liquid in it goes around where the letters are, but you have to do it in a safe place since it's blown glass. So I don't spin it very much, but I've collected them, and I have not actually played the game of dreidel a lot, but I always played around with dreidels. So Sivivon is a song about the dreidel. Sivivon is the Hebrew word for dreidel. And so again, we sang this last night too, but I think it was a good song to teach because it doesn't have a lot of words to it. The concepts are fairly simple. The dreidel should spin, and Hanukkah is a good holiday. It's a great of joy of celebration for all the people. Sivivon sov sov sov, Hanukkah hu chag tov, Hanukkah hu chag tov, Sivivon sov sov sov, Chag simcha hu la'am, Nes gadol hayasham, Nes gadol hayasham, Chag simcha hu la'am. And then in English, Sivivon, turn, 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 Hanukkah candles burn, dancing brightly till they're done, sending light to everyone. Tell the story everywhere, a great miracle happened there. Sing the blessings every night, turn the darkness into light. And I liked finding some different English for some of the songs this year, so it's not like just a little ditty, but actually may reflect more how we would understand the holiday and have meaning for us today. So who can retell also is another one that I thought was, is one of those traditional ones. That and Ma'ot So were the two that we always thought were traditional. I think because we did them in Hebrew and in English. And there's some different melodies for me and Malel as well in the Hebrew, but the English I only know one. Mi Yimlel Gvurot Yisrael Otan Mi Yimne Hein Bechador Yakum Hagibor Goel Ha'am. It repeats. Mi Yimlel Gvurot Yisrael Otan Mi Yimne Hein Bechador Yakum Hagibor Goel Ha'am. Shema Bayamim hahem bazman hazeh, Makabi Moshia ufodeh, Uvyameinu kol am Yisrael, Yitachid yakum lehigael. Mi yimlel gvurot Yisrael otan mi yimne, Him b'chotor yakum hagibor goel ha'am. Who can retell the things that befell us? Who can count them? In every age a hero or sage came to our aid. Hark, at this time of year in days of yore, Maccabees the temple did restore, and today we sing a song of praise to the heroes of our own days. Who can retell the things that befell us? Who can count them? In every age, a hero or sage came to our aid. In terms of this evening, the idea of honoring people who are heroes in our own day, I think the work of social justice and the work of Tikkun Olam, world repair, fits in that category, and the convictions that we try to live out in our lives. So I thought Miyam Alel was good for tonight. So I found this right before the holiday with this artist and the text. So what do you want your Hanukkah candles to be? Fear, hate, discrimination, deny the soul's spiritual expression. Perhaps the miracle of Hanukkah is the ability to see the darkness as a call and an obligation to banish it with light. That was God's response to the initial darkness, Yihi Or, let there be light, in the creation, let there be light. So light one candle I saved for tonight. And I don't know about you, but even when I had my kids around, they would, after a while, get tired of all the songs. So it's nice to be able to, hopefully for you to be able to sing them if you didn't get a chance to other times during the holiday. And again, this was performed by Peter, Paul, and Mary, and Peter Yarrow wrote the song. And I'm going to drink a little tea first. It's a good song, but it's not always an easy one to sing. Light one candle for the Maccabee children. Give thanks that their light didn't die. Light one candle for the pain they endured when their right to exist was denied. Light one candle for the terrible sacrifice that justice and freedom demand. Light one candle for the wisdom to know when the peacemaker's time is at hand. Don't let the light go out. It's lasted for so many years. Don't let the light go out. Let it shine through our love and our tears. Light one candle for the strength that we need to never become our own foe. Light one candle for those who are suffering the pain we learned so long ago. Light one candle for all we believe in. Let anger not tear us apart. Light one candle to bind us together with peace as the song in our heart. Don't let the light go out. It's lasted for so many years. Don't let the light go out. Let it shine through our love and our tears. What is the memory that's valued so highly that we keep it alive in that flame? What's the commitment to those who have died when we cry out they've not died in vain? We have come this far, always believing that justice will somehow prevail. This is the burden, and this is the promise, and this is why we will not fail. Don't let the light go out. It's lasted for so many years. Don't let the light go out. Let it shine through our love and our tears. Don't let the light go out. Don't let the light go out. Don't let the light go out. For those of you who saw the World Union for Progressive Judaism program on Sunday evening, or if you didn't, it's still available. Peter Yarrow does perform Light One Candle as part of that program. So I encourage you to check it out. This Little Light of Mine, I had never thought of as a Hanukkah song, but it makes perfect sense for it to be. And the Hebrew is Or Shali Katon Sheyair Hamon. And Cantor Dreskin taught this to us Friday evening. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Or sheli katon, sheyair hamon, or sheli katon, sheyair hamon, or sheli katon, sheyair hamon, 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 hamon. Every night of Hanukkah, I'm gonna let it shine. Every night of Hanukkah, I'm gonna let it shine. Every night of Hanukkah, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. When I bring light to someone else, that's how I let it shine. When I bring light to someone else, that's how I let it shine. When I bring light to someone else, that's how I let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. And we're going to close with the Hebrew. Or sheli katon, sheyair hamon. Or sheli katon, sheyair hamon. Or sheli katon, sheyair hamon, 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 hamon. I'm a Latka, which you always think is sort of a silly song, but it actually, as we get to the last verses, really is about caring for others and social justice and the whole piece that at every holiday we give tzedakah. And we can't exactly have people at our tables this year, but that we share and make sure no one is hungry. So it's sort of hard that we didn't get to have chow today because we couldn't get the building open. Nobody could even get there to clean the building yet. So hopefully everybody, will be able to get all the food that they need for the holidays, because of course next Thursday is Christmas Eve, so we won't be open, and the next one is New Year's Eve. So there are other routes, but we will do whatever we can to try to help, as we always try to do. So I'm a Latka was written by Debbie Friedman, and how many people know it? Anyone know it? Okay. A couple people know it some. So you'll catch on. The chorus is, I am a Latka, I'm a Latka, and I am waiting for Hanukkah to come. I am a Latka, I'm a Latka, and I am waiting for Hanukkah to come. I am so mixed up that I cannot tell you. I'm sitting in this blender turning brown. I've made friends with the onions and the flour, and the cook is scouting oil in town. I sit here wondering what will come of me. I can't be eaten looking as I do. I need someone to take me out and cook me, or I'll really end up in a royal stew. I am a Latka, I'm a Latka, and I am waiting for Hanukkah to come. I am a Latka, I'm a Latka, and I am waiting for Hanukkah to come. Every holiday has food so special. I'd like to have that same attention too. I don't want to spend life in this blender, wondering what I'm supposed to do. Matzah and charos that are for Pesach, chopped liver and challah for Shabbat. Blintzes on Shavuot are delicious, and gefilte fish no holidays without. I am a Latka, I'm a Latka, and I am waiting for Hanukkah to come. I am a Latka, I'm a Latka, and I am waiting for Hanukkah to come. It's important that I have an understanding of what it is that I'm supposed to do. You see, there are many who are homeless with no jobs, no clothes, and very little food. It's so important that we all remember that while we have most of the things we need, we must remember those who have so little. We must help them. We must be the ones to feed. I am a Latka, I'm a Latka, and I am waiting for Hanukkah to come. I am a Latka, I'm a Latka, and I am waiting for Hanukkah to come. So I'm going to put the slides down so that we can see one another, we can see our candles burning, and have a little more time together. So in terms of the work that we are looking at doing, along with continuing the work with Chow and the Trinity Canteen, Phyllis and I have been talking about a number of other things. RAC New York is working in January on coming up with what areas and what things to be joining forces with throughout the state, and what coalitions for legislation coming up in this next legislative session in New York. We also are going to have a program on Martin Luther King weekend on the Saturday evening with the Afro-Semitic Experience, which is a concert, a performing group, and we will have more information to Rachel to put into the reporter by Monday, and we'll have more out in the happenings as well, so you can plan on that as well. And the ritual committee is actually meeting on Tuesday evening to look at different things we can do for Tu B'Shvat this year, of which some of them may also be very much related to issues of social concern, really with the environment and ecology and things of that sort. So we'll have more things coming up, or if you have thoughts or ideas, please feel free to let Phyllis know or let me know, and we can move forward with them as well. So the challenge is always, how many directions can we go at one time? Because there are always many things that are very important to us. So for the last night of Hanukkah, as we take these moments together, the best laid plans of lighting every night outside, of course, were foiled by 40 inches of snow today. So we didn't get to light that 8th candle. When we can get over to the menorah, whoever will get there first, we will then light the 8th candle, and we will leave them all lit probably through the weekend. So we'll be able to see the full menorah lit. And I mean, I was already up to my thighs in snow earlier today. So with snow pants and tall boots, it is possible to get there even if we have a lot of snow to go through. So we will at some point get that outside menorah lit the rest of the way. But what's important is that we have the warmth and the light in our own homes, and that we share it with one another. So I wish a happy Hanukkah to everybody on Facebook with us, and we'll say goodbye to you, and enjoy the last night of Hanukkah. And of course, the last day is tomorrow. So Hanukkah really doesn't have sundown tomorrow night. And have a special prayer for the end of Hanukkah I'll be sharing during services tomorrow evening as well. So we will say goodbye to the people on Facebook, and we can unmute.